Can Micallef's power stop Elliott's wrestling? Hi everyone, welcome back to the Prestige. We're going to break down the UFC 325 welterweight matchup, Jonathan Micallef versus Oban Elliott. If you're new to MMA, this is a classic power versus wrestling clash. Explosive finishing ability against grinding control and pressure. We'll keep it simple for newer fans while diving into the stats, win paths, and hidden details that experienced viewers care about. Let's break it down section by section. First, the fight style interaction map. This is how these two styles actually play up against each other. Jonathan Micallef's primary style is a power striker. He looks to end fights with clean shots. His secondary style is a submission specialist, attacking opportunistic when opponents shoot or scramble. Oban Elliott's primary style is a volume wrestler. He pressures with takedowns and clinch work. His secondary style is a ground finisher. He wears opponents down from top control. The preferred phases each want this fight to be in, as Micallef prefers stand-up exchanges for knockout power or quick submissions during transitions, and Elliott prefers wrestling heavy phases that lead to extended ground control. Phases they want to avoid: Micallef avoids prolonged ground time where control stacks against him, and Elliott avoids striking wars where Micallef's power can break through his guard. And how and when they collide: the styles collide in the clinch and the ground transitions, where Micallef's power meets Elliott's wrestling entries, and that often will lead to scrambles that favor the fighter who secures position first. Now onto the win funnel. This is the clear path each fighter needs to follow to win the fight. For Jonathan Micallef, his win funnel is aggressive stand-up to hurt Elliott early, defend takedowns and threaten submissions in scrambles, and get a knockout on the feet or a submission in transitions. For Oban Elliott, his win funnel is pressure with strikes to force the clinch and takedowns, maintain ground position, stacking strikes and submission attempts, and get a knockout or a submission from the top control. Here are the strengths that each fighter brings specifically to this fight. For Jonathan Micallef, he brings a power and a finish edge. He's undefeated in the UFC with a knockout threat, submission danger in scrambles, and he has a camp that focuses on resilience and versatility. In Oban Elliott, he has a wrestling and control edge, high takedown volume pressures defense, ground control drains explosiveness, and he has a grappling emphasis in his camp. Now on the flip side, the weaknesses that can get targeted by their opponent. For Jonathan Micallef, he brings an experience and defensive risk. He's a small UFC sample size. He has no decision track record for his professional fights, and his takedown defense is unproven, which means he must dictate the early exchanges. And for Oban Elliott, he has a chin and a striking risk. His recent KO loss gives me concerns. He absorbs a lot of damage when he's striking, and he struggles with volume strikers, so he cannot trade freely with Micallef. The hidden detail the numbers reveal for this fight is Oban Elliott's scramble submission rate jumps up 20% against power strikers, creating finishing chances when aggression forces sloppy transitions. Why it's missed is a lot of the analysis focuses on wrestling volume and not submission chains, and it appears early in scrambles where Oban Elliott can maybe add some upset potential. Our 100,000 Monte Carlo simulations model permanent striking, takedown probabilities, ground persistence, finish rates, fatigue curves, and camp modifiers. The 3-round welterweight bout at sea level, Micallef receives a power boost from his camp, and Elliott received a grappling efficiency from his camp. Jonathan Micallef has a 55% chance to win this fight, with 39% by knockout, 6% by submission, and 10% by decision. And Oban Elliott comes in with a 44.6% chance to win, with 15% by knockout, 12% by submission, and 17% by decision. The most common finish window is in round 1, and the outcome volatility score is chaotic. In the end, Jonathan Micallef's power and finishing threat give him the edge to hurt Oban Elliott early and close the fight down before the wrestling control can take over. Elliott's scramble submission upside keeps us volatile, but Micallef's defensive layers and finishing efficiency hold up more often than they don't. If this fight flips, it's because Elliott chains early takedowns from his MMA pressure and grinds his way to a finish or a decision. What do you think? Who takes this one? Drop your predictions below. I read every one of them. Smash the like if this breakdown helped, and subscribe for more deep dive fight analysis, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the full UFC 325 card series. Thank you for watching, and let's see how this plays out.